Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? So good, I hope. So good. I have been thinking about today and our time together. Good morning, Valerie. And I've been thinking, I've been thinking a lot of things. You know how we do. There's always lots happening in the wonderful world of Corbiere-Scott designs, I have to say. By design, there's always a lot happening. And so, I'm always like on the prowl for things that protect my peace, because I think we have to remember that two things can be true at the same time, right? We can be excited and want to do all of those fun things, but we also have to be careful and careful to protect our peace. And so we have to do the things that protect our peace, even if that is challenging to others around us, even if that means that we have to kind of rearrange a few things, if we have to say no, and that's a hard one, right? But it's important. I find that I am a much better person if I protect my peace in whatever ways that however that comes up for me. Do you know what I mean? It's going to come up differently for you. It's going to come up differently for each person. Everybody has their own little thing that protects their peace. Anywho, good morning, Keels. It's a perfect summer day there. Well, it's perfectly hot here. So, I am here to tell you that you are not going to believe this. We had last, I'm trying to think when that was, Friday, we were watching TV, and all of a sudden, I was watching TV because it was Friday afternoon, and I was taking a little break, and all of a sudden I was like, man, I can hear a noise from outside. Well, it was the air conditioner again. So the air conditioner went out again, and it just continued to get hotter. And so we ended up having to call the air conditioning guy, and he came out, but he couldn't come out until Saturday at about 4. So holy tamale, was it hot by then. Okay, I already did the teal. So I am painting our brand new Year to Remember September. No, it's a year in bloom September. Anyway, and I started painting it when I was at Joni's the other day. And so I told myself I was just going to work on, continuing along. That I wasn't going to put any crazy expectations on myself, which you know how we do. Like, I could get this done. This morning, I'm just needing to protect my peace, and so I am just needing to just paint. There's something about painting for me. I was just talking to a friend about that there's something about painting that just I don't know. Like, I can feel my nervous system just chill out. It's the loveliest feeling. Okay, I'm going to mix up all these colors. I'm using all the colors in the, this is the Michigan set from Lindy's of Magicals. I don't know what I'm going to use and what I won't use, but here's the thing about Magicals. Number one, go to the dollar store and get yourself a bunch of plastic palettes. You can, they're less than $1, I think, because you can usually get them in packs or something. Anyway, here's the cool thing. You can just let them all dry in your palette, and then you can reignite them by just adding a little water, and then they're paint again. So that's lovely. If you haven't done this just yet, if you would like, follow, and subscribe to Corbiere-Scott Designs, I would greatly appreciate that. On Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and especially ask to join our private Facebook groups, Stitch Along with Anne and Corbiere-ScottDesigns.com for all things Anne and Artsy, like the September Year in Bloom. Go to Corbiere-ScottDesigns.com. Okay, so here we go. So I've already painted with the, what is this? Sea Turtle Teal. Kind of filled in with that. So now I'm going to start I'm just going to start to add more color. I don't know what I'm going to do with the leaves. I'm feeling like I might need to be have a little bit of artistic license. Keela said, I just finished documenting July in my art journal. I'm enjoying the Year in Bloom series. Oh, thank you, Keels. It was something very different, and so I thought, I don't know. Okay, let's mix up this coral, which is so beautiful. And I think I want to start doing some of the centers with this coral. Kind of feeling that. This one. That one. There we go. This has a lot. So shall I do more than one? Maybe. Hi, Carm. Good morning. Okay. Let's do a big one. So I have a huge thing happening right after class today, and I would really appreciate your support. So, even if you're not a stitcher, if you are a stitcher, I would love you to meet me, a stitcher or not a stitcher, meet me over on the Adorn It Facebook group on, or Facebook page. I think it's on the Facebook page. Right after class today. And that is where my Flower Farm Stitch Club, all of that, we've done 12 stitchy items together. And then, let's do a little bit of orange right there. and they have sewn all of those. The Stitch Club are 12 seed packet designs, and so we have stitched over in Stitch Along. We have stitched them all for a whole year. We've stitched together, and now Adorn It has taken all of their stitched pieces and made them into a quilt that they're going to share today. So I'm super excited to see it as a quilt, and I'm super excited to because there's some additional patterns that I believe are going to debut today. So that's super exciting. Let's do the Yellow Tang Yellow. Let's see. You know what? Let's do that here. Look at how pretty that is. So pretty. So has anybody been listening to any new music lately? I started to listen to, you know when you hear some new songs, but you don't know the artist name right away? Well, that kind of happened to me because I love this guy's music and I love his song Ordinary. His name is Alex Warren. Good morning, Debbie. And he is, what a talent. What a talent, you guys. I'm telling you, just the loveliest voice. So if you get the chance, if you would listen to Alex Warren, Ordinary. And I bet you've probably heard it because it's a pretty hot song right now. Let's do 3 of this one, shall we? We'll come back and we'll just keep filling in. Everybody take a drink. So anybody else listening to any new music that they want to share? I have a lot of water. I have a lot of pigment on my brush. I should have tapped off, but I'm committed now, and so I have to just continue on. Here we go. So no one has any new music that they're listening to? I love when we share music. It always broadens my musical horizon. My niece Desi is just getting ready to start band. Oh, I loved band class in junior high. She's in 5th grade, but oh my gosh, I loved band. I always felt like like later in life, it gave me such a deep appreciation of music and of all kinds of music, because you learn to read music, right? And you also this yellow just brightens everything right up, doesn't it? It kind of has this crazy power about it. I'm stuck in the 70s music too, but I did I'm trying very hard to branch out, Keels. You know I'm singing right along with you two at your house. We did have all the good bands back then, didn't we? Man alive. Lucky us. So now I'm starting to think about these outlines. What am I going to do with those? Like this part, I want every single thing painted. Because why wouldn't I, for pity's sake? Let's see. Let's do this one. I feel like I need to take my glasses off because even with my progressives, ooh, it's a little backety-forthety. Do you know what I mean? Only those of you who wear progressives or bifocals would understand that. Where it's kind of, ooh. There we go. So pretty. Okay, so should we do this one, do you think, too? These. I'm feeling like it, maybe. What did Jennifer use? Okay. So Jennifer... So did everybody see Jennifer's calendar this morning? So I am painting mine, and then I'm going to do line work on top of my paint because I've already started this part. Jennifer, my lovely, lovely friend and Australian design team member, she used, for her color, she used distress paint, like Ranger distress paint. Oh, let me look on Allison. I love this Year in Bloom series. I especially like that they don't have a year or date on them, so I can use them anytime. Yes. I'm digging these colors too, Allison. Where am I? Yeah, I did it on purpose that there's no date because, number one, it was a small space because I wanted the art to take up more space than the calendar-y part. Number two, I wanted to leave it blank because some people, like Keels, like to document their year. So Keely uses it in her art journal. So does Carmen. And Keely documents her whole, like the whole month of July, like TV shows that she's watched and books she's read and places she's visited and what's happening in the world. And oh my gosh, I just love it. I just love it. Okay. I'm going to stop with the yellow for a minute, although it seems like I need something yellow up here for balance purposes. I like to continually mix my Lindy's as I go in for new paint because then the mica gets more incorporated. Okay. Now. Oh, so anyway, Keels. So I believe she kind of thinned out her distress paint, which, let me see if I have a bottle of distress paint somewhere close. I have lots of it, I just don't see it right here. Oh, here we go. So this, she used, and I think she used Campfire, maybe? Anyway, this distress paint, and then she thinned it out and watercolored with it. But she also came in and did all kinds of line work. You will have seen that this morning, in this morning's on my Instagram post. You'll see the oops, sorry, I got a rogue cord here. Once this is all painted, then she filled all of these spaces with line work. Oh my gosh, you guys. So let me find my just one sec. Get my pen out and I'll kind of show you what she did. So I like to take a super fine tip, but you do you know what I mean? And then what Jennifer did was Jennifer has the most unique artistic eye. She sees things differently than anybody else on my team, as does anybody else on my team. Every single person sees things in a totally different light. And so here's what she did. So I know for sure the teal is dry. So she took a black pen and she started to add line work to all of these petals. So just know this is going to be an ongoing project, right? Because you need to really slow your roll and make these repetitive lines. And that, there we go, one more. Let's do one more here. There we go. So do you get the idea? Like, it's, and these, I'm just doing diagonal lines opposite of, so it's so funny. Jennifer and I talk in the middle of the night. I have insomnia, and so does she. So we're either talking in her middle of the night or my middle of the night. She's just, oh gosh, what a gift she is in my life. Okay, I gotta put my glasses back on so I can see what you're saying. Okay, good morning, Sue. The flowers are perfect for the extra line work. Jennifer is the master. Absolutely, absolutely. What percentage do people print to get the whole month on a page in your journal? I think someone said 85%, if I'm remembering correctly. But I was looking at, Keels, do you shrink yours? I know that Carmen does the coolest thing. So I'm going to take, I haven't done anything with my calendars I've just saved them throughout the year. So I told myself I was going to dedicate pages at the back of my book for all 12 because I display my calendars. So then at the end, I want to adhere mine into my art journal and then do much like Keely and try and not spill paint and document to a degree. And so what Carmen does is Carmen cuts it down and then she has this little bit extra that overlaps on this page, and then you could certainly use this page as even more. You could use this for your documentation side. You could print this again and paint this again and fill this page with flowers. The possibilities are endless. Anyway, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Oh, I wanted to make sure, how are we doing on time? Oh, I'm doing great on time. Okay, so I wanted to talk about, in the August calendar that I posted in the newsletter on Sunday, I did list a bunch of self-care for August. I thought, let's try something. Let's try something new. So I thought that we could incorporate these reminders in our Pop and Paint Party art journals. So here's a couple of the suggestions of self-care for the month of August. Explore a new hobby. We're all really good at that. Enjoy a sweet treat. Hi, Carolee. Sorry, that kind of came out like Carol. Accept the unknown. That's hard to do, but necessary. Connect with old friends. Allow healing to happen. Have fun with creativity. Capture calm moments. Stand tall in your truth. Look for the good. Stay in the present. Protect your peace. That's what we talked about today. And take time to relax. So, refer back to that, and I just thought that it would be a cool thing to just kind of document in our art journal for the month of August. Yeah? Because we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 art days together. Right? 8 art days in the month of August. And so kind of just start thinking about how you could incorporate those self-care suggestions. Everybody take a drink. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to start with one of the blues now. Let's see what we got. I think this one is blue Hawaiian blue. That's pretty. That's awful pretty. Let's do this. And that Lindy's is so funny. You see that mica just rises to the top, and that's why we need to incorporate it and activate it and all those things. So here's the thing, we can certainly We can certainly come back with a second coat if we're feeling like we need to. And that's what I'm kind of starting to ponder. Like, do I want that blue a little deeper? Do you know what I mean? I just don't know. Oh, so I saw a thing about like things to like challenges to give yourself for the month of August. Here's one. Are you ready? You could have that little. Try a new fruit. So try a new fruit in August. So I told myself I was going to try really hard to try a new fruit each week. So I was at Costco and they had these cantaloupes called Tuscan cantaloupes. Has anyone tried those? I have not cut mine up just yet because we also got a watermelon, and so I cut up the watermelon and I thought, oh, we need to work our way through the watermelon before I do the cantaloupes. But I also got raspberries, and one of my favorite things in the world is raspberry and cantaloupe. I love it so much. I love it so much. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have done it the same, but whatever. I'm committed now. I just thought it'd be so pretty with that yellow. Oh, well. Look at that. That's making me so happy. So, has anybody tried a new fruit? And if so, what new fruit have you tried? Have you tried Tuscan cantaloupes? I just kept looking at them. They're slightly different in appearance than just a regular old Americana cantaloupe. So I kept looking at them, and this lady came over and she was just gushing about how she waits all year for them and they're so delicious. And I said, well, then I better try it. You know. And then the raspberries were, they were kind of, the price was amazingly low on the raspberries, and they were good. You know how sometimes you get the prices low and they're not all the way ripe, or they're overripe, but these were lovely. And Desiree and I both love raspberries. Okay, let's see. Let's do here. Let's do here. Let's do here. We'll dig in that. Okay, there we go. Oh, I just have a few more up here to go. Look at the addition of that blue. Like how that has just it's all starting to really come together. Everybody take a drink again. Go. Oh my gosh, this is making me so happy, I have to say. Okay, where's my little... Oh my gosh, and here's a... I saw this on someone's post, and it was just like words that they wrote, but it just stopped me in my tracks. You ready for it? Smile and assume the best. Come on! How amazing is that? Smile and assume the best. Can you imagine how powerful that would be if everyone did that? Come on. So cool, right? Here we go. Get more blue. Little boy blue. There we go. Come blow your horn. The sheep's in the meadow, the cow's in the corn. Okay. So now I'm really feeling like I might want to add the other blue, that last blue. This is, you know what? I want to do that a little bit more too. So think about like how you would add line work to all these petals. You know? Because it does make you slow right down, and that's only a good thing, right? And I find when I'm doing intricate line work like this, it's best if I rest my pinky on the substrate. And if you're afraid that of movement of your pinky could, this should be fine. But if you're using like a pastel or something of that nature, something that's not all the way dry, you could put like a Kleenex or a piece of paper towel under your hand. I will admit, I very rarely do that. Oh my gosh. So then you could start to think like, should I do every petal? Should I do only some petals? Should I do every layer? Because look at this as 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of petals. Should I do all the layers of petals? Should I don't know. I will just draw lines and ponder it as I go. That's what I think I'm going to do. Look at the difference in that. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, I was telling Jeff how lucky I am to have the design team that I have. And my sister says, you're not lucky, you curated that. And I did. I chose each person for a reason. Number 1, their temperament matched mine. Number 2, their talent is so unmatched. Number 3, their willingness to just be open to all kinds of new ways of looking at and playing with mediums. Oh my gosh. And it's inspiring. It's so inspiring, you know? Let's see. Do this one. Oh, look at that. And I hope that they are as inspiring to all of you, you know? These two blues are very close in color, but they are different. Oh my gosh. So I just finished Angeline's book, which is Sisters in the Wind. So good. If you get the chance, which you should make the chance, give it a try. It's so oh man alive. So good. Okay, what did you say? I love how each design team member has a unique take on each and every principle and project. Yes! You know, that was my mom's favorite thing. She loved to see like where they all took it and how they, do you know what I mean? Like how they saw it and how all of you saw it. Keels, I remember so vividly how she was so enamored with the way you embraced George Seurat, and that when we were doing that artist study, she just fell in love with that and talked about your interpretation of that for a long time. I love that. I love that. Don't you love, I was thinking about, my mom was a curious person and a thinker and a open-minded person about so many things, you know? And the thing that I was thinking about was I was spending some time with someone who was kind of the opposite, who was kind of saw the world quite small and was very small-minded, like thought of the lowest common denominator in lots of instances. And I just thought, man alive, I'm so happy that I had the mom I did. You know what I mean? Everybody take a drink. Now I'm having to like be a little bit more strategic. I'm feeling like I want to add more yellows. Okay, I'm feeling like, let's make this yellow here. Let that encompass the centers there. That will, look at just the difference that made. Just the difference that made. Loving that. Then let's make, bring more yellow into here. Yeah. I mean, and here's the thing. You can do as much pen work on top as you choose, right? You could do every single thing with additional pen work. I think I posted Carmen and Jennifer's in the newsletter. Wait till you see what Joni did. It's entirely different. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, I have the Jackson 5 singing in my head. Can you feel it? Remember that song? You know why I remember that song? I remember that song so vividly because it was on the Jane Fonda workout tape in the 80s. Anybody else do the Jane Fonda? I sure did. I loved that. I loved doing the Jane Fonda aerobics. I did. And I was telling Jeff, I didn't even have, please, back in the day, I was poor as a church mouse. I didn't even have a color TV. I had a 12-inch black and white TV, and I didn't have a VCR. Like, you had to rent the VCR from the video store. Remember the video store? Anyway, I remember I had the cassette tape. So I had to just kind of guess what a lot of things were. I mean, who knew what a donkey kick was until aerobics, right? So I would go to the library and figure things out that way. Oh my gosh, I think back now. Golly, how funny is that? I remember I taught kindergarten, and there was a lady, there was a fellow teacher, and her last name was Notre Berardino, and she taught aerobics like 2 nights a week or something. Oh my gosh, I loved that. I remember my mom came to visit one time, and she bought me like a new, it wasn't athleisure back then, but you get the picture. It was like lavender little jacket and pants, and then like a leotard to wear underneath. Oh my gosh, I was something. I think I was 25, and I was teaching kindergarten. Oh golly, memories. Keely and I were just talking about the nostalgia of like stores that aren't there anymore, products that were so imperative to our lives, and I don't remember when half of them kind of ceased to exist. But they did, and you know. And Jane Fonda tapes. Right? And a Jane Fonda tape. Nice. Let's do a little bit more there. I still haven't decided about those dang leaves. I don't know what I'm going to do about those leaves. orange there, there, there. Well, I'm committed. I touched it. I was in my mom and dad's basement the last time I was home, and I was sure looking at their albums and trying to think about how I could get them home. Let's see. Let's do these petals, shall we? Because I don't think we have any coral petals yet. I'm thinking maybe I need to go with the teal for the leaves. Maybe a green from your light blue and yellow. Oh, mixing. Imagine it, Tam. Imagine it. See what we get. Okay, let's let that dry and let's mix a color, see what we get. I thought I was going to, I just need a little snip of a little piece of watercolor paper. So there was this discussion about I want to get a lot of the yellow and a little bit of the blue, because remember, we always want way more of the light color and just a little bit, be really sparingly with the darker color, because before you know it, you'll have 10 gallons of that color. Oh, so anyway, I was reading this thing, and it talked about, okay, are we ready? Let's see what we get. Oh, shut it, Tam. That's kind of pretty. What do you think of that? It's kind of almost olivey. I think that might be a winner, Tam. I don't know if I even need to swatch it. Shut it. And when you mix colors like this, great suggestion, Tam. You know it will be in the same tone as the rest of your colors, and you want to. That's pretty important when you're painting. You don't want one to be so different than the rest. This makes a nice cohesive painting. There we go. Oh, I have one more leaf up here. There we go. Shut up. Look at that. Digging that. Okay. Now I just have to fill in all the little bits and bobs and then really start to concentrate on my line work. Inspired by our Jennifer. For sure, for sure, for sure. So now I'm wondering here, I was going to do more yellow, but I feel like, well, I have little bits of yellow everywhere. if I did these petals yellow, I was thinking about, well, let's do this yellow right here. You start to see all, like, the little tiny bits that you didn't do yet. Let's do these petals yellow. Just kind of feeling it. And I have so much pigment on my brush that I will probably be able to do all these petals without re-dipping. Just look at all that pigment right there. Ta-da. Oh, we have a couple of dots, and we have this. We have this outline right here. Let's do that in the coral. I'm feeling like that. I'll even things out a bit. I could do coral right here. I don't know. I'm thinking let's come in with a blue. Did I get everything? I think so. I think so. Oh, I didn't get right here. So what do you think about, I have these two right here and those two little dots. Let's do coral for the loop-de-loops. Because we already have blue and we don't want the blue and the blue. I think we did pretty good without a plan. Sometimes I do my best work without a plan. Okay. Blue, blue. Ta-da! Okay, I think we've got everything. So now it's just waiting for it to dry and then continue with my pen work. And it is after 10. Time went so fast today, you guys. I adore you all. Please hop over to Adorn It and just show your support. I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. I will see you over on Adorn It, and then I will see you in Stitch Along tomorrow, and then I'll see you right back here on Thursday. I adore you all. Thank you so much, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye.